Welcome, football enthusiasts! Give us a like, subscribe, and write in comments below which African team you think will make a breakthrough performance at the World Cup. And while you're typing, we proceed to start. Let's get the show on the pitch. 17-year-old Luca Romero is the second youngest Serie A goalscorer in Lazio's history. Newcastle United owners have injected another £70.4 million of equity into the club, bringing their total investment to an excessive £450 million. At 28-29 years old, if Barca told me that they would not renew me, I would have retired, Gerard Piqué is quoted as saying by Marca. Shakhtar Donetsk did not receive any approaches for Mykhailo Mudryk, Fabrizio Romano reports. Real Madrid were dissatisfied by Benzema's decision not to play against Cadiz, but treated it with understanding. Juventus have won 5 Serie A fixtures in a row and have not conceded a goal in any of them. I hold Florentino Perez the highest regard. He surprised me when he came back to Real. His work has been praiseworthy, Gerard Piqué admitted. Vinicius has to improve. Provoking is not fair play. Marca quoted Carlo Ancelotti as saying. Portugal have confirmed their final squad for the upcoming World Cup in Qatar. Aston Villa have announced a change of badge from the 2023-24 season. The new version represents the crest with which the Villains triumphed in the European Cup in 1982. Mane's injury? We are gonna use spiritual leaders. Sadio has to be at the World Cup, stated FIFA Secretary General of Senegalese origin Fatma Samoura. We don't think the young centre-backs have done quite enough to push the older ones out. Yes, I'm sure Harry Maguire is one of our best centre-backs, Gareth Southgate assured. Poland have confirmed their 26-man squad for the 2022 Qatar World Cup. The Football Association of England has announced the Three Lions' final lineup for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Barcelona are interested in extending Marcos Alonso's contract for 2 years. No problems are expected in terms of the financial side of the deal. This is an unusual World Cup, as it will be held in the middle of the season. But I think there are a few favorites in Europe and America. For example, one of the favorites is Brazil, another one is Argentina, who are in our group, Robert Lewandowski shared. The Moroccan Football Federation has confirmed the national team's final lineup for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. For me, the midfield is a bit shit, one of the weakest in the history of the French national team, Jérôme Rotten thinks. Belgium's final lineup for the 2022 World Cup has been revealed to the public. The German national team have announced a final 26-man bid for the 2022 World Cup. Chelsea will try to sign Denzel Dumfries in the January transfer window, as the player has always been highly appreciated by the pensioners. Southampton have confirmed the appointment of Nathan Jones as their new manager. Japan's final 26-man roster for the 2022 World Cup has been revealed to the public. Costa Rica have named their final 26 footballers lineup for the 2022 World Cup. VfL Wolfsburg forward Max Cruz won a poker tournament in the Czech Republic and earned €134,152. Manchester United won a renewed Fred's contract and offered the Brazilian a 3-year deal. At the same time, the financial terms of the new agreement will include a lower wage than the current one. Cristiano Ronaldo missed the clash against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup due to illness. Sergio Conceição receives a red card every 22 games he plays as a coach. Marco Reus has not been called to the World Cup due to a knee injury. The striker has not participated in 3 of the last 4 major competitions. Serie A Match Week 14 match against Cremonese was the 100th appearance for AC Milan midfielder Sandro Tonali in a rossoneri jersey. I hope that after the World Cup, they come back with the idea of reversing this difficult situation, Diego Simeone claimed. Alejandro Garnacho is the youngest Manchester United player ever to assist twice in a game, aged 17 years, 33 days. The youngster achieved this feat against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup. Garnacho is full of energy and confidence. It's refreshing to have someone like that on the bench who can come on and make a big impact. It's just the start for him. There's a lot more goals to come. Marcus Rashford thinks Garnacho can become a United legend. Liverpool will face Manchester City in the EFL Cup 4th round. The fixture will take place in the week commencing on December 19, 2022, the day after the World Cup final. The Barcelona scouts were present at the recent match between Espanyol and Villarreal to spy on 2 players from the Yellow Submarine. Specifically, the club wanted to see right-back Juan Foyth and centre-back Jorge Cuenca perform live. Yesterday, we had a bunch of entertaining games to watch. All the latest results are in front of you. Moving on to the main news of the release. Let's have a brief rewind of yesterday's games. In La Liga, Real Madrid cut Barcelona's lead to 2 points after a 2-1 victory over Cadiz. Both Militao and Karas had an accurate shot each. As for Serie A, Juventus and Lazio got important victories. The old lady barely succeeded thanks to Moise Kean's strike, while the Eagles turned out to be stronger than Monza. At last, we had the English League Cup, where Manchester United snatched a tough 4-2 victory over Aston Villa with Martial, Rashford, Fernandes, and McTominay scoring goals for the Red Devils. Barcelona doesn't mind selling Ansu Fati, reports Todo Fichajes. According to the source, the Catalans allowed the player's agent, Jorge Mendes, to negotiate with other European teams. Blaugrana are open to accept the transfer bid in order to receive money for the 20-year-old footballer. Fati himself wants to quit the team due to the lack of regular gaming minutes. Besides, PSG, Bayern Munich, and Inter Milan are cited as the clubs interested in his services. Manchester United and Liverpool are keeping a close eye on Borussia Dortmund striker Youssoufa Moukoko, according to Bild. The move of the 17-year-old Wizkid could cost his next club 30 million euros, including the transfer fee itself, commissions, and add-ins. The youngster's contract expires in June 2023. The Hornets have prepared him a new long-term contract, which the German could sign on November 20th, the day of his majority, though the parties have not yet been able to reach a common ground on the matter. According to various rumors, Moukoko asks for a salary of 7 million euros per season, while Dortmund increased their offer to 5 million, taking into account the player's brilliant performances. PSG are plotting to acquire Chelsea midfielder N'Golo Kanté in the summer transfer window, notifies journalist Christian Falk. The 31-year-old Frenchman could leave the Blues at the end of the season on a free agent basis. The footballer has been playing for Chelsea since 2016. In the current season, Kanté had only 2 appearances, missing the 2022 World Cup tournament as part of the France team due to injury. In his recently published biography titled Cristiano, L'Equipe journalist Thierry Marchand reveals that Cristiano Ronaldo swore to retire from football if Leo Messi won the Ballon d'Or in 2019. It's easy to stay in your bubble when you are successful, Ronaldo said in 2019. I took a risk coming to touring. I changed the club, the league, the football culture. I took a risk, and it was that risk that I'm sure made me not win the Ballon d'Or in 2018. If Messi wins the Ballon d'Or this year, I'm leaving football. The Portuguese was angry about not winning the Ballon d'Or in 2018. The prize went to Luka Modric, while Cristiano finished second. In 2019, Messi won his 7th Ballon d'Or, giving him a 2 Ballon d'Or advantage over his nemesis. Ronaldo, as you understand, did not keep his word to retire. Previously, Marchand revealed that one of Cristiano's biggest ambitions in football was to retire with more Ballon d'Ors than Messi. Denmark's football team will not be allowed to wear human rights for all training kits at the Qatar World Cup, a representative of the Danish Football Federation told DPA the matter on November 10th. FIFA rules do not allow such political messages. Denmark is known to be among countries with the most critical attitude towards the human rights situation in Qatar. Last year, the DBU informed that its sponsors had agreed to free up space on training kits for a human rights inscription. Manchester United star Cristiano Ronaldo reportedly told a friend he could join PSG in a stunning move next summer. According to The Sun, he said the move is a possibility. The door is open. Only with the Portuguese from the Paris region, the club could fill the stadium. I see myself well at Parc des Princes, in front of 50,000 Portuguese. That would be great. Ronaldo's contract expires next summer, and he is expected to leave the club because of his strained relationship with Erik ten Hag. Folks, check out the new video from our football club project and find out about the impressive security measures taken at the World Cup. It was Football News. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.